Hi guys, welcome to Vesna TV Home. I'm Vesna and thanks so much for stopping by. In today's episode, I'm sharing with you my craft room transformation. So here's what it looked like before. It was kind of a mess. I had done a video a few months back where I reorganized everything. Like it was a huge job. Like I painted and I did a whole bunch of stuff. And then I had to work from home again, so it kind of got all mixed into a multi-purpose room. And I had started to kind of shift it around back to a craft room, and I was going to make just a part of my dining room a home office just for the last month or so. But then I had my accident, so it didn't wind up happening anyway. But I had already started converting it, and this is kind of what I did. My husband helped me out with it. He had moved the chair onto one end, and we moved the table onto this side, the other cabinet onto this side. And this is kind of what I was working with. I thought that for recording videos for my DIY channel, it would be better to have the table in front of the window and kind of have the camera over top. I also thought it would be better just for the light itself. So I love that this room has so much natural sunlight, so it's a shame not to use it. So that's kind of where my starting point was. Now, because my hand is still injured, I didn't do the organizing that I would have liked to have done, just some purging and organizing. So I did like a little bit, just, cleaned up a little bit, but I can't do too much. And it took me quite a long time for the little stuff that I did do, just because I'm only working with one arm. So I decided to cover my table with this kind of faux wood. And this is from the dollar store, like our Dollarama here in Canada, and it's just like wall stickers is what it's called. And then I wanted to use those to cover my table and make it look kind of like faux wood. Originally I was going to paint it and make it look like faux wood, but because I can't really do too much stuff, I decided to do it this way. I had help, obviously, so I kind of stacked them to see how I wanted them to go, and then my husband wound up gluing them on, and then I protected them with this tablecloth, just a clear tablecloth. And I'll still have to use different things when I paint on the table, but at least this way it'll make it last a little bit longer. This video is a part of a playlist. It's the Craft Room Tour playlist hosted by Heidi Samble Home and DIY Beauty on Purpose at Home. So make sure you check those two ladies out. Heidi and Lena are very talented, so check out their craft spaces. You will be blown away. And there will be a playlist, which I'll have linked in my description, as well as Heidi and Leonep's channels. So make sure you check everybody out. Between all of us, you're sure to be inspired and get some great ideas, even if you don't have a craft room, but a craft space. So make sure you check everything out. And like I said, everything will be linked in my description below. I will also link my old craft room tour video below, so you can check out what this room used to look like for me. So make sure you check everything out and stick around to the end so you can see how I finished it all off. So I am still keeping my little office stand-up desk here and just keeping all of that stuff there with the printer. I still haven't done anything with this chair, so if you've watched the video previously, I had plans to do it. I still haven't done it. I still have a few scraps pieces of wood. I had made this light box just before my accident, and I still haven't used it for any of my videos, but it was a cool little DIY that I saw someone on YouTube make. Well, actually, I saw a few different people make, and I kind of did my own version of it. It's all foam board. And then here's my table with the lighting and the cameras, and then my glue gun station, my painting supplies, and then I just have my Cricut here underneath the tablecloth. You guys saw this in my previous craft room tour where I covered everything with just a tablecloth so that you wouldn't see the mess behind, because it's not pretty storage. It's functional storage, but not pretty. And then I use my 3-tier tray just for some little pieces, the round balls of wood and little pieces of birch bark and all that stuff. I still have my little book bins here that I use for various supplies. I've got this plastic bin. I used to cover it up before, but it's just not functional because I have to keep it in the drawer, like opening the drawers, so I just kind of left it. And then for my florals, I love these. My husband made these little shelves so that I could kind of see what I have for flowers. And I am changing it out seasonally because I have some Christmas stuff and fall stuff. I don't have too much, but for right now, this is what I'm keeping out. And this antique cupboard I'm still keeping. I love it. And in there, I keep all of my DIY supplies. I have a lot now because I had accumulated some stuff for some videos that I was supposed to do in June and didn't wind up doing, so I have a lot left over. Now here is my little ribbon storage. My husband made this as well, and this was just the best spot to keep it because it was a nice long spot. And I do have my scrapbooking stuff up there that I haven't organized. It needs to be organized, but I just haven't had the time, and now I don't have the capacity to do it. So it will get done at some point, just not yet. I do try to do some epoxy tumblers if you guys have ever done that. I love doing that. I've made a few for the kids' teachers. And for us, I haven't done it in a while. I do need to move them into kind of my husband's workshop area because it's so messy. But I haven't found a home for them yet, so I just keep them there. My husband made the little tumble things, tumble turners for me. And so they're just here for now. I haven't done them in a while. Now this chair, I had to put some fabric on it. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning of the video. You can go back and take a look at it. My cat went to town with it. This is a very old chair, but it's so comfortable, and I love sitting on there editing or even watching some videos from there, or when I do my calendar, I love to do it on that chair, so I'm not getting rid of it. So I just fixed it up a bit, and hopefully it'll last. And that brings our craft room tour to a conclusion. I hope you liked it. I hope you kind of got some ideas. It's definitely not the prettiest. I don't have matching storage or furniture. I do plan on painting at some point everything, but because it's my craft room, because I create and I spend money on the things that I create, I always feel bad spending money on making it prettier because I tend to mess it up within a few months I mess it up and then I have to go back and clean it. So it's a very creative space for me, and as long as it's functional, I'm okay with it. I know some people might think that it's super cluttered, but it really works for me. It's like an organized chaos in my head. So I don't know how you guys work. Let me know if you have a craft space dedicated in your house or you kind of craft all over. I can't craft all over because I'm very messy. So this is like it's contained in here at least. And also some of the stuff that I use, because I have young children, I don't want them kind of getting access to it and they don't come down here. So I am very lucky to have this space. It's actually in my basement. I'm just lucky that it has ginormous windows. So it's great. And it's just kind of like my little hideaway that I get to, about an hour a week, 2 hours a week, depending on what I can squeeze in. And yeah, I love it down here. I hope to get crafting really soon. I'm going to try and see how it goes in the next maybe week or two. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for stopping by. This video is a part of a playlist, a collaboration, hosted by the lovely Leonette from DIY Beauty on Purpose Home, as well as Heidi Sombold Home. So make sure you check out both channels and the playlist. It'll all be linked in my description below. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and check out these videos I'm recommending at the end. Thank you. Have a great day and stay safe.